Shane's Nail Station. Today I'm just going to do something quick. I am removing this mefa gel polish from my nails. I've e-filed off most of it, like the top layer, the decals and the glue gel, because they will be hard to soak off and wouldn't give a true view of how easy it is to remove, basically, because the glue gel is quite resistant to acetone because it's so sticky, basically. So you have to file that off, just in my experience. So I'm going to use these Aimeili packets because I love them for removing gel polish. So to file it off, I just use my Melody Susie Scarlet E-file. So we're going to need 5 of these. So what I always do is just prepare them in advance. If you don't have these, you could just use cotton wool and kitchen foil and acetone. That is fine as well. But I just really like these. Sometimes you might find the odd one of these dries out, like you might get a packet like that. Just take the thing out and pop some acetone on the pad. Don't throw it away. It can just sometimes happen where you're storing it if it gets overly warm and stuff like that. It doesn't happen to a lot of them, but the odd time it's happened. So just do that, it's fine. We may have one here that I can show you what to do. This one doesn't feel very wet inside. Yeah, this one's dried out. That is dried out there. So all I would do is get my acetone and just soak it. That is it. Because that's basically, essentially, that's all that's on it. And just pop it back in its packet. Don't waste it. Okay, so you pop your thumb in there first. I find it's easier to do the thumb first. And just fold it over. So you remove this layer, this sticky thing first. When you're doing it, you've got a sticky thing on there. So you remove that on so you've got a sticky pad. Okay, stick my finger in it. It can be a bit fiddly, but you'll get used to them. You just fold it over, and up. And just press it in if it's a bit loose, like that. So I'll do one more and then I'll do the rest of it off film, and then I'll come back in about 10 minutes and we'll see if it's going to remove, basically. So they are easy to put on, it's just a bit tricky to get your finger below the pad at first. That's probably the most tricky thing, but I just do one hand at a time for obvious reasons. Because it's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to do this hand with this hand. And scrape it off, it's highly unlikely. Okay. I'll just press that one in a bit more. Okay, right, so we've got them on, and you saw how quick that was to get on. So what I'm going to do now is leave them for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll see how it removes. So I'll be back in 10 minutes. Bye. Okay, right, so it's been roughly the 10 minutes, I think. I wasn't timing it, but I was watching a video that was about that time. So we'll take off the first one that we did. So let's see. Oh, and it's coming off okay. I mean, if you don't have an e-file, you can just use one of these to buff off the top layer of your gel polish. Always buff the top coat off as a bare minimum. I did buff off a bit more than that, so this may remove a teensy bit quicker for me, but if it's not all off, just pop it back on, don't force it off, okay? So just rub off what will come off gently. I did apply 2 layers of base coat, so some of it may be a bit more difficult for me to get off, but overall I think I'm quite impressed with it. It does seem to be flaking off pretty easy. Okay, so it's mostly off, but I'm still going to pop this in here for say another 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and it should all be off by then. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, so let's try it now. It's been just a few more minutes and this one seems to be loosening up. Again, don't force anything off the nail. Just gently remove it. If it's not coming off, leave it. Basically, just pop it back in. That is most of that off, and then just give it a buff if there's still a tiny little bit of base coat. And if there's a bit of gel, I'm just rubbing it with my finger and it's come off. I don't recommend that, but we all do it. So that has come off. I'm only lightly doing that, I'm not scrubbing it. If it doesn't come away easy, just put it back in. Okay, so that is done. So I'm just going to go and wash my hands, and then when we come back, we'll add some cuticle oil. So I'm just going to clean this up and I'll come back and then I'll just show you what to do afterwards. So I'm just going to go and wash them. Be back in a minute. Okay, right, so here we are. So this is what the nails look like just after they've been washed and removed. So there isn't much damage involved there. So what we'll do is we will file them. So we'll just give this a file. They are growing. I'm surprised. I think it's because I do sod all with this hand. I must warn you, they're not the strongest nails. They look strong, but they're not. Because I have worn enhancements and I removed gel polish from there. And yeah. but I've tried to not use as much enhancement products lately on them and give them a rest. So I will be doing these today, painting them, covering them straight away. Now I'm just getting rid of any unnecessary nail that's come away when I filed. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add some cuticle oil right after I've just cleaned that dust off. So just spray a bit of alcohol, clean the dust away. And we're just going to pop some cuticle oil all over the nail as well, and under, because they are pretty dry from the acetone. Give them a good rub. And then I'm just going to put my hands in the oil as well. You can use any cuticle oil. This is just one that the nail candy shop sent me because I won it and I love that cuticle oil. So yeah, so that is it. So that is how the mefa gel removed. So yeah, so that is it. So hope you've enjoyed watching it, and that is it. So it's a thumbs up. It did remove in about 15 minutes with no difficulty at all. So yeah, impressed. So we're going to be doing my nails today with number 17 by Aimeili for a Halloween manicure with some Shimon foils. I think that's what I'm going to be doing. And that's it. So thanks for watching everybody and have a great day. Bye.